This is part 2 of the story. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, head over to my channel and watch it first to catch the full story. And there were a lot of silent sages standing there, with dark circles in their eyes, deep in their eyes, and faces without feelings. No one was saying anything. They were just looking at Evelyn. She was not able to move herself. It was as if her body had been clasped by some invisible force. She was only breathing. She was shivering. The walls of that room were made of stone. Strange ancient symbols were carved on every wall, and there was an inverted cross on the roof. This was not a church. This was someone else's place. There was a big black circle in front of her, and there was a stone bowl placed in the middle of it. A blue fire was burning in the bowl, but there was no sound of the fire, just a strange silence. Then a sage came forward. He had a shining stick in his hand, and at that moment, Evelyn's stomach began to hurt. The baby was coming, but this was not an ordinary birth. There was no scream. There was no blood. There was a big black circle in front of her, a door that connected to hell. But then, something happened. Tears began to flow from Evelyn's eyes, but those tears were not of pain. It was the cry of an unseen power. The room became heavy. The sages stopped. The blue fire suddenly began to tremble, and then a bright white light fell from the roof of the room. All the signs began to move. The sages began to shout. Their voices were not human, and in that light, a shadow descended. No man, no woman, no human, no god. It was like she looked at the baby, then towards Evelyn, and then she just shook one hand. The baby disappeared, but there was no scream, no crying, just peace. The sages began to fall one by one, as if some power was erasing them, and only Evelyn heard the voice of that divine light. Taking birth from darkness is not a sin, but letting it increase is a choice. And today you have made the right choice. The next morning, Evelyn was in her room. Her stomach was full, her body was calm, but her eyes had changed. She was no longer afraid, but there was a deep experience and a new power.